Looking for a super offer for Super Bowl 58? DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. New customers can bet on the big game and turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets.
I know the line has been moving around a little bit, but as of right now, the 49ers are a couple point favorites. I know even if the 49ers were 20-point favorites, Mike would still be nervous watching that game.
Fact. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 58, with code Jenkins. The crown is yours. Ooh, welcome to Jenkins and Jonez on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Monday, February 5th, and we have got a throwback Silly Billy Jenkins and Jonez episode for you with no two topics that have anything to do with each other. As always, Jenkins and Jonez, hosted by Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, have a good one.
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's that, Bubbas?
Jackson said I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
Motherfucking Dr. Doolittle. Who called you that? What Twitter person? That shit was funny.
I don't know.
I know he was a Dr. Doolittle ass nigga. Dude, our followers are funny as hell, bro. People that fuck with us.
I got a good laugh out of that. I didn't really even go into the story, bro, but Shar used to come out of class at UCLA and I'd be sitting on the bench with like 4 squirrels. I swear to God. Just like reading a book, just with the squirrels just sitting next to me. And she, in so many words, called me a Dr. Doolittle.
CC over here. UCLA had those fucking friendly ass squirrels. I'm telling you, at A&T, the squirrels was thugging, dog. Like, I remember one time we was sitting outside of the Chick-fil-A we had on campus, and this girl like put her tray down and she went back inside. And a fucking squirrel came up and stole her bag of fucking waffle fries. And she came back looking around. And we were like, yo, a squirrel stole your fries. And she was like, really? We were like, yes, a squirrel. She couldn't believe it. Everybody who witnessed had to confirm. Yeah, a squirrel took your shit, man.
She thought y'all stole her shit?
Nugget. Yeah.
Of course. What would you think? What would you think if you left your french fries around me and Tyler and they disappeared and you came back and we said a squirrel ate?
I think I'd want to believe the squirrel just for the fun. You know what I mean?
Nah. Someone told her a squirrel snatched her shit, and she did the drop her shoulders, nigga, please face. We're like, no, seriously, a squirrel took your shit. We can't make this shit up.
Don't let the adult version of a dog ate my homework.
Yeah,
basically.
Don't let Deion Sanders hear that story, man. You know, those HBCU squirrels, that's what he had to get away from that, that culture.
He had to get away from that. Those Boulder squirrels, they're different. They pitch into the alumni fund and everything.
Those squirrels contribute to the NIL collective, okay? they understand how the world works in 2024. All right, we're produced as always by the lovely and talented Jackson Saffon.
Voila.
Hey, Jackson, would you say it was a good producing decision to delay the recording of Jenkins and Jonez for a half hour so that we could watch Celine Dion on CBS?
I mean, we had to do it in case there was a Will Smith type of moment, but it was the opposite of that. I would say it was the opposite of that. Us pushing us back, and we're like, who's it going to be? And it was Billy Joel, Celine Dion, and Taylor Swift. Not exactly Jenkins and Jonez fodder.
I don't expect the people that gave Killer Mike Album of the Year to know the type of shit that's going to make my jaw drop. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I was just going along with it. I took a shit when Billy Joel showed up, though. I'll say that. I was like, yeah, it's time for me to take a restroom break for sure. Not anti-Billy Joel, but he's not jaw-dropping to me. You feel me?
You ain't rocking with Killer Mike winning Rap Album of the Year?
No,
I mean, did you see the categories? Who do you have out of that category?
Bro, I mean, this is the thing. It was a bad year for rap, right? But Killer Mike is not a Rap Album of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I wasn't really. I didn't necessarily like that album. I listened to it one time. It was like,
you might be surprised how many youths were rooting for him to win Rap Album of the Year. Not because they like him, but because they like that album in particular.
Yeah, people told me it was cool. I listened to it once. It was just like, you know, it was a decent album, but anyway.
I used to be a real big Killer Mike fan. I think
Same with me.
Yeah, I think the motherfucker can still flat out rap, right? I think the album's a good album, but I just don't. It just doesn't feel like he's been living his raps politically. Like, you know, this is the same dude who said, you know, rap kill your masters and burn this motherfucker down. Then he was up there crying summer 2020, like, oh, please leave the police alone. Like, bro, who the fuck is this? You know, like, yeah.
Cool on that.
He got arrested after the show? Did someone say?
We have
What
no
was the reasoning?
idea why.
Yeah. Won 3 Grammys and then gets arrested. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like it was a good example
Hell of a night.
of how cooked our discourse is, because like half my timeline was like, this is why police are the worst. Like they could have arrested him any time, but they arrested him right after, you know, he wins a Grammy. And then the other half of the timeline was like, you're not slick, Killer Mike. We know this is a planned PR stunt. And it was just like, and you're never going to convince anyone of any other take than the take that they have. You know what I mean? Cooked.
Agreed.
Jay-Z with a Hall of Fame entry into the Wife Guy Hall of Fame, curated by Jenkins and Jonez, stood up on stage and questioned that Beyonce was the all-time Grammy winner but had never won Album of the Year. I fuck with that, man. I love that. That's great. That was a beautiful moment from Jay-Z.
Yeah, very, very iconic wife guy moment right there for him. It was like, bro, he got up there and he was just like, no filter. Like he just lets that shit fly. He told it like it is. I'm like, bro, this man is really like a 52-year-old dude from Brooklyn. Like this is some like Jerry Seinfeld fucking Larry David shit he on right now. But yeah, it's you know, I don't know. It's just I've kind of got mixed feelings about it because, for one, I do not think that the Grammys still respect rap the way they should.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the rap category, the rap album of the year, the rap song of the year, those weren't televised. Like, bro, is it fucking 1989 again? Like, so yeah, I mean, all that shit rings hollow. And then, you know, you name, you know, the award after Dr. Dre, who's got his, you know, spotty past with the shit he did with the Barnes and all that. So, I don't know, man. I don't put too much stock into the Grammys anyway, so I don't feel too strongly about it either way. But it was just kind of a shit show all around. But I do appreciate Jay, you know, just delivering some shit that was on his chest, though.
I mean, I love the fact that, yeah, bro, get up. You're a fucking billionaire. You know, I don't necessarily agree with Jay-Z sometimes. Like, what's better than 1 billionaire? 2, 0, nigga. 0 billionaires. That's what's fucking better than 1 billionaire. You feel what I'm saying? But I mean, I love the fact they got up there and talk this shit. If you're going to be rich, be that type of rich. Be that type of rich and tell the motherfuckers exactly how you fucking feel. You know what I mean? So I love that. But yeah, like Tyler said, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the Grammys. I turned it on after I saw what Jay-Z said, and we were going to talk about it. So I feel like I should look a little bit into it. But yeah, for me, it's just weird, you know, like how much value the Grammy means in certain things that deal with black people, when black people aren't the people that, you know, are deciding these things. Like I went and took a shit when Billy Joel was, you know what I'm saying, came and performed or whatever, you know, like, cause I don't fuck with Billy Joel. Why would a motherfucker take a shit when, you know what I'm saying, when Killer Mike would perform, deciding if Killer Mike's gonna win the Grammy or not? You know what I'm saying? So I just right. Don't, you know, I you know, like, you know, talking about 21 Savage, making decisions for him. Like, I don't really fuck with it too much. But yeah, I'm glad he got his issue off. And also I looked at the voting process. It's flawed as fuck. Like I looked at it when she lost Renaissance. I was like, how did this happen? How did Harry Styles beat her? And it's like, if you don't have a lot of overlap, you know what I mean? Like, if you're competing with people that are similar to you as far as in fan base, you know, it's going to be more difficult for you to win. You know, like, and I'm just like, that's flawed as fuck, where Harry Styles can be the Beyonce because Harry Styles fans and Beyonce fans are different people. And, you know, the other people like Adele and Bad Bunny, there's some overlap there. Like,
yeah. I have a question about award shows for you guys. I appreciate both of you saying that because I remember when I was younger, I for sure like watched all the award shows. Like I remember watching the Grammys and the Emmys and the Oscars, and I would be super excited when the stuff I liked won. And at some point in my 30s, it's like I didn't know the Grammys were on tonight until someone texted me because they know how much my family loves Tracy Chapman, that she was performing, which was a huge surprise, which I loved. I did watch that. But like, I'm just always surprised. It happens more with the Oscars probably than with the Grammys, that like, I just forget this stuff is happening. And then it's like, so many of my friends care so passionately about like every aspect of like, did the thing they like, is it going to win? they represented it in the award show. Whereas to me, it's just like, why do we care? Why does anyone care about like any of this? I understand it still has like importance in the industry, but like, do you guys feel like, can we ever actually leave that shit behind? Or is it just going to be new generations of people being like, I don't want to tear this down. I just want to be the person who wins. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like we've just been for 40 years of us being on this earth. That's what it feels like. You know, you're calling it progress, but it's really just like, I want to win it. And then now he wants to win it. And then now she wants to win it. And it just kind of feels like the same cycle to me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the Grammys at their core, it's just like criticism materialized, right? Like that's basically all it is. And, you know, you see artists take the same issue with the Grammys that they take with a fucking Pitchfork review. If they lose on a Grammy or if a Pitchfork review slams them, they're like, oh, media doesn't get us, you know, don't listen to these nerds. They don't know the culture, right? Like, and you know, like, I don't know. I feel like you just have to find that balance. You kind of know when something is deserving of, you know, a good critique or a bad critique or winning some awards and shit. And sometimes, you know, when motherfuckers get robbed, like Jay-Z said, but it's just, you know, like I said, it's just criticism that's manifested, and people are going to always take issue with criticism, especially if they're on the losing end or the bad end of it. So,
which by definition, almost everybody is like,
right.
You know what I mean? It's like one album is going to win album of the year every year.
I stopped listening when I realized that like, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I stopped watching when I realized it's not for me. I feel like that's when I lost interest. I thought like I had to say so, or like my opinion or my tastes mattered to, you know, it feels like a circle jerk now. You know what I mean? It feels like it's not.
But it's literally always been that. You know what I mean?
It has. But I mean, to me, it didn't. I learned that it was, and it was like, it's not as interesting anymore. So I guess that's when I started realizing like they don't give a fuck about me and my opinion or most fans' opinion.
Right.
This is awards for the people within the industry. You know what I mean? So
who did Steely Dan beat? Like Steely Dan won album of the year and beat like every album I've ever liked or something like that. And I remember that being the year. I think that was probably the last award show of any type that I watched. But then I know people who really fucking love Steely Dan, that was their like. That was their moment.
Yeah,
but that was like their moment. They were like, no, I know.
Asia's crazy.
I've never listened to him or care about him at all. I remember that night being angry, and then it just immediately be like, why do I care about this? And then seeing, like I said, like friends of mine who love Steely Dan or so I was like, well, good for them, and that's great. But I don't think I can bother to invest my time in this shit anymore.
But was that
it took me longer? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, was that 88 when they beat out Prince and Michael Jackson? Let me look that up.
Damn, I don't like him that much.
Get the fuck out of here. No way.
I don't like him that much. For what, Asia?
Let me see.
I mean, for me, I think when I really, really stopped, because I used to like at least get on Twitter and talk shit. But when I just said, I just refuse, is when Macklemore won rap album of the year. And I then apologized for it, because he knew it was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really just tapped out.
The answer that Tyler's looking for is it was not Steely Dan who beat out those. It was U2 for the Joshua Tree album beat out Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Dolly Parton, and Prince.
God damn.
I do think Joshua Tree. I do think Joshua Tree is a perfect album, but again, it's like when would you ever compare? Like I like U2 and Michael Jackson. When would I ever compare U2 and Michael Jackson?
Yeah,
you know
Michael
what I'm saying?
Jackson's
like,
bad is
it beat bad.
It beat bad. So
it beat bad and Sign of the Times. Like Sign of the Times. Like shit, we just mentioned that the other day. Sign of the Times is like his most political commentary heavy album, and that shit's jamming too.
Yeah.
Like,
and hasn't Bad been in the top 100 since it was released? Like,
isn't Bad like 4 times Diamond or some shit?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's fucking.
I mean,
funny,
they did.
bro.
Is that the album that they made us download when we got Apples?
No,
an iPod.
No. I like U2 a lot, but I didn't like that album. But Joshua Tree's Joshua Tree's a fucking perfect album, bro. I love that album.
Yeah,
but
it's fire.
Anything beating Bad at anything is like kind of a
the wrong answer.
It's an indictment on the structure. Yeah, that was like 30 years ago. I can't find. Okay, was it the 2001 Grammy Awards that was when Steely Dan won.
That was Akeem in Toronto, Steely Dan, 2001. Like, bro.
Yeah. But I'm trying to remember.
That's Akeem in Toronto.
I think Radiohead is the big snub there.
They
according
beat
to-
Radiohead.
2001 would have been Kid A.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They beat, what else did they
Kid A
beat?
was
Hold
phenomenal.
up. They beat Beck. They beat Radiohead. They beat, because I was like, they beat
Beck
Paul
got his against Beyonce.
and
though. He beat
Eminem
out
and
Beyonce.
Paul
so.
Simon. And I remember being like, if you're going to give it to an old dude, at least give it to fucking Paul Simon. Like, I've at least heard it. Literally never heard the words Steely and Dan put next to each other until the fucking Grammys. I don't know, bro. I don't know shit about music. Whatever. All right. Let's talk
They're
about,
white too, aren't they? I
What's
didn't
that?
realize they were white till like it was like 2016. Is it Steely Dan some white dude?
I would assume, based on the people I know who are huge fans of theirs, that they're white.
Oh
and
no,
that they're old.
that's. I mean, that shit was my people was playing that. at
They
the
kind of,
crib, my
I was
nigga.
about to say they're kind of cross cultural a little bit.
Yeah.
The album that
Like,
John's talking about, Asia Wilson, is who Asia is who Asia Wilson's parents named her after that album.
Yeah. Black
Yeah,
people love
so,
Asia.
yeah,
though.
that niggas we was jamming that shit at the crib, bro. That's why I got hip to the Bee Gees, Eagles. My people, they had they little DVDs and shit. You feel? Not DVDs, but CDs. DVDs. They had their CDs and shit, bro. CD-ROMs, you hear me? But yeah.
We should create an award show. And it should have nothing to do
should.
with anything. It should literally
No.
just be like Wife Guy of the Year, Dookie Butt of the Year.
We could do
Like-
some real ones though too. We could do some real ones, you know.
Real
album
one-
of the year. We could
real one of
yeah,
the
some
year.
real shit. Yeah. I mean, we could do that too. But some real awards as well.
I think Antonio Pierce is a leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man, I ain't know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all because I don't watch football. I ain't know who the fuck Fred Warner was. We got that wrong. And on Black History Month too, that nigga is the most handsome motherfucker
Told
in
you.
football right
Yeah,
now.
he's a good
I
looking dude.
looked at him. I said, this nigga beautiful. When we gave that motherfucking police officer face motherfucker the award, nigga, we got to got.
Not
we
me.
gotta
I gave Brandon
apologize
Ayuk.
to the
I gave it to Brandon
Yeah,
Ayuk.
oh shit, nigga.
Hey,
MLK looking down on us. he hit the he was up there jamming, probably smacking the white chick. have some white chicks tuning it up like, nigga, I ain't even believe. I ain't even believe it. You don't see Fred Warner all handsome ass.
all right, let's talk about Glenn Doc Rivers and his all-star stolen valor. This motherfucker is truly diabolical. I mean, truly diabolical. John is not up on this story, so I will give the context for
I
any
hear it.
listeners who are not either. Doc Rivers took over the Milwaukee Bucks just like seconds before the cutoff for when it will be decided who is coaching the All-Star game, which comes with a sizable cash bonus and an All-Star ring that's worth a lot of money of some kind as well. Because Joey the Town coached last year for the East, and a coach cannot coach in consecutive years on the All-Star break. The second place Bucks head coach
Oh, that's nasty.
will be the one to coach the East. Even Doc Rivers, little finger ass, knew he'd accidentally or not accidentally gone too far and said he would donate the bonus and the ring. He will give that to Adrian Griffin. That's true. Like, that's truly some insane shit that he ends up. He's been the coach of the team for 20 minutes, and he's gonna get a free ticket to wait. Actually, he is going to Indianapolis. Maybe it's not a. Maybe he,
Yeah, Adrian Griffin might have done one there.
yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know, bro. Adrian Griffin, you better get that in right now. He gonna kick you that bread because
For sure.
he has not proven to be the most trustworthy fella as of late.
Shit. Yeah, I would need that off top. Run me my bread. Also, like, if it didn't work out that way, I don't know. I might take their ass to court, nigga. Can you take it to the Supreme Court? Cause that's where the fuck I'd be if I could, nigga. We going to the highest court so I can get my motherfucking bread. I earned that. Run me mines. You feel me? Fuck you, me. Man, it comes in the final hour and takes how much money you say? How much money was it?
What's
This
it,
a
like
bonus?
$300,000 or something?
Oh, nigga, run me. I need all of that. Every goddamn dime, I tell you that. Fuck you mean? Sheesh. That's crazy.
This
You called him Littlefinger though.
this Supreme Court, I don't know what they would be looking at one black dude over here and one black dude over here, and they might just go home. I don't know, man.
Y'all gotta figure it out.
they're not-
You know what I mean? Y'all gotta figure it out. That's not my business. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, it's come to our attention. Did y'all see the thing I tweeted about the new Reese's product?
The frosted banana shit.
Frozen bananas slices wrapped in Reese's peanut butter, wrapped in Reese's chocolate.
I'm not a big banana guy, bro.
I'm not rolling.
Yeah.
It looked nasty. It looked filthy, actually, bro. I don't. Wait. Are these things? So you put these in the fridge and you pull it out?
They're in the
just
freezer.
pissed.
No, I'm not pissed. I'm shocked. I don't think I've ever heard anyone express an objection to a banana before.
I just don't like bananas, dog.
You don't like the taste or the texture or the imagery or what?
I don't. I don't mind the texture. It's kind of it's the aftertaste more than anything.
The aftertaste like filminess.
Is like the aftertaste tastes like bad breath, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think the aftertaste is because you're not getting fully ripe. I've only had an aftertaste or tasted aftertaste when they weren't fully ripe. There wasn't an aftertaste for bananas that were fully ripe.
Every banana that I eat, bro.
Huh?
I get them with every banana I eat. Like I said, man, it tastes like bad breath. It tastes like you had a long day after you eat a banana, bro.
I'm not anti-banana. Like banana and chocolate, like I'm not going to purchase that. You know what I mean? Like it's just not something that's worth spending my money. I saw you posted it. I'm like, oh, that was interesting. I thought it was. I was expecting more. I was kind of disappointed, Mike. I'm sorry.
Shit. I feel like I told y'all before. My mama would make me banana pudding without the bananas because I just wanted the pudding and the soft ass Nilla wafers, bro.
You did
like,
tell
fuck
us
them
that.
bananas. Yeah.
Damn.
I wouldn't go that far.
I did have a friend in high
middle
school
of the
who,
road
when
guy.
he ate bananas, he would.
I'm gonna eat the bananas in the banana pudding. No.
Bro, you
I
ever
want
you
the
ever
banana
had
pudding without the bananas.
You ever had a banana pudding parfait without the bananas? That shit is delicious, bro.
No,
So
because it's
fucking good.
banana pudding parfait. You know what I mean? I just eat the bananas with it.
I had a
Put the
friend in
banana
high
the
school
parfait.
who would break the banana apart because he didn't want to be seen going down on a banana in the quad. So he
Very
would
phallic
break
food
off
it
each
is.
piece of it and put it in his mouth separately.
I take it completely out of
We
the
grew up
field,
in a completely
and
different
I
world
hold it.
than
I hold
kids
it
are.
like this.
You hold it like
I
you're
don't-
throwing a two-seam fastball?
I don't hold it. Yeah. I throw it like I'm finna throw that high stinking cheese, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to. It's full count, and I'm trying to get him to chase something, nigga. That's exactly how I hold that motherfucker. You feel me?
Have y'all ever seen a wild, like, non-domesticated banana? Like, if you got trypophobia or some shit, do not Google that shit.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers look
I do have
crazy.
trypophobia, but I haven't seen it.
You should not look at it.
Really?
Bananas are always the thing whenever people start talking about like GMOs or they don't want to eat stuff with GMOs. It's like you've never seen a banana that was not
Right.
massively modified
Ain't
by
no way-
human
yeah.
beings.
Ain't no
Like
way
the
hell
way
you
they
wanna-
actually look in nature versus the way we've domesticated bananas. That's how crazy we are as a species.
Isn't broccoli a fake vegetable too? Like, isn't all broccoli like it doesn't grow in the wild? I think we
No,
created broccoli.
It's the same deal with the bananas, that the wild broccoli is just like so different looking than the type of broccoli we eat.
The broccolis we eat are the equivalent of the super heavy titty turkeys and chickens that we've engineered as a species because we like
The
breast
church's
meat.
chicken.
Yes,
The
this
roided
walking
up shit.
around, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not just broccoli and bananas. I mean, that's basically all of the food that we grow as people. We've sort of like, thousands of generations down, worked it into whatever we want it to look like. All right.
I googled wild broccoli and it just says wild cabbage. Like my nigga.
Yeah, broccoli
Where are the
is like a
images of wild
specific
broccoli?
part of a plant that we eat multiple other parts of.
It says broccoli is not a naturally occurring vegetable and cannot be found growing in the wild, period. It is a man-made vegetable that was bred out of the wild cabbage plant in the northern Mediterranean region around 600 BC. So it can't be found in the wild, period. There's no wild broccoli.
This is
Well, that's
crazy.
my
This is
favorite.
all moving towards my pro GMO take. I love this. I love all this.
I'm a massively pro GMO guy.
I'm so pro GMO.
Yeah, I mean, well,
It makes me feel like we're in a simulation.
that we
I know
said
that has
that.
nothing to do with anything. Yeah.
I mean, the
It's like
reason
we're
I'm
eating
pro
food
GMO is
doesn't,
that there's you've never had any food that wasn't genetically modified. So that's like, it is, I do think there's like an anti-science part of that. That's just like, and then on top of that, I have like an anti-marketing capitalism thing where it's like, like whenever you see an organic sticker, every other part of like food is like tightly regulated by the FDA. Organic is not. They could just put an organic sticker on whatever the fuck they want and upsell it by 20%, which is basically exactly what they do.
I never buy that shit anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, but also juice is a big ass lie too. Like the percentages that it actually has to be juice.
My Welch's
is
grape
so
juice
small.
contains 6% grape.
It's Kool-Aid. That's Kool-Aid. Nigga. You drinking Kool-Aid. You feel
That's a
Welch's is
fact.
Kool-Aid, brother. There's more sugar than juice in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Correct.
Like you look at juice and like sometimes the first thing isn't even the fruit that you know what I mean? It's a something nigga. You know what I mean? It's a like
I posted
it's a chemical.
I'm realizing now I post a fair amount of content on Twitter walking around the grocery store. But I did post a picture of like the Welch's.
Why, Jackson? Are you high? Why is that so funny to you? You're laughing at the
I don't
weird,
know.
the odd
I
shit.
thought that was
It's
so
not the
funny.
normal shit you're laughing at.
But I do.
Ah.
I probably like twice a month tweet a picture of the aisles at the grocery store or at Target or something. But I posted a picture of I think it was watermelon lemonade and by like a new Minute Maid watermelon lemonade, and all these people started replying to me like, "I looked up the ingredients. Like it's only 6% juice. No thanks." It's like no fucking shit, bro.
But also, like, shut the fuck up.
Did you
my
think
God,
they were?
please,
Did you think they were
nobody
hand
wanted that
squeezing the
information.
watermelon? Like,
We are buying it. They sell these motherfuckers 3 for $5. We know what we're getting into, bro. I promise you we do.
But also, like, yeah, like you knew that. You're an adult right now. Like, why did you think they needed to tell you that as if they were preventing you from doing something you didn't want to do?
right?
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
God.
Motherfuckers
Hey,
can't even enjoy juice, bro.
they won't even
Can't
let
even
us
enjoy
enjoy juice,
Kool-Aid,
dog.
nigga. Can't, bro.
They
I
won't
might
even
start
let
just
us
drinking
have
Kool-Aid again, nigga.
juice. Yeah, why
I might
not?
start drinking Kool-Aid again. I think I'm going back. Man, we some mixed flavors. That shit used to slap, nigga. And that's the only grape flavor in the history of grape flavor that was fire.
No,
Grape Kool-Aid is
what
the
are you
best.
talking about? The
Grape
only
Kool-Aid is
good
the-
grape flavor?
Oh.
What's good as grape?
Grape-
Minute Maid Grape Punch is fucking
Everything.
delicious. bro.
Yeah,
I'm talking. I mean, like that's
Grape Jolly
I'm
Ranchers?
talking-
Grape Punch is more juice than Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah.
Don't be like, don't call Minute Maid some bullshit in defense of Kool-Aid, because it's all some bullshit here.
No, it's all
Like,
Kool-Aid to me, my nigga. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just Kool-Aid. You know, that's all sugar and water, nigga. You feel me?
you don't like grape
They just-
flavor though, other than Kool-Aid?
I mean, candy. I'm thinking of candies. I just never really.
You don't like purple Skittles and purple and grape Jolly Ranchers?
I mean, it's whatever. Like no, those really taste like grape. Like okay, this. I think grape. I look at grape as fucking Kevin Durant shooting the fucking the like actual grapes. They're fucking KD from deep, nigga. They fucking like it's the closest thing we have to candy. It is like when you get high and eat some grapes, nigga. Ain't nothing on the planet better than that shit. You feel me?
I think
So
purple flavor
feel
is.
like
I think purple flavor is better than grapes.
purple flavor is purple flavor. Calling it grapes to me is disrespectful. You feel me? Purple flavor tastes like purple. It doesn't taste like grape. And I just hate that lie because I love grapes and they deserve better. That's how I feel.
You're just being a wife guy for grapes right now.
Yeah, bro. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Till death do us part, my nigga.
32
That's what I'm
Grammys and not one album of the year for grapes.
For grapes, fuck you, me. The math is not mathing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Really?
We went to Dodger Stadium. Char and I took the kids to Dodger Stadium last Saturday, and I want to tell you guys a story because it fucking freaked me the fuck out. The Los Angeles Dodgers have several future Hall of Fame, world famous baseball players: Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, dudes who are making $25+ million a year with huge followings who've won MVP awards. I was under the impression, given the price of going to Dodgers games, that these dudes were pretty famous and that they had big followings, 55,000 people a game in Dodger games, etc. I have never seen in the sport of baseball, really, I mean, outside of Kobe, KD, and LeBron, I have never seen a response from the public like the response that Shohei Ohtani got walking into Dodger Stadium to be introduced for their stage show for the fans. People were climbing over each other to take a picture of him walking through the tunnel to come out onto a stage that they were already standing next to. He had a media scrum that was like 50 people deep with reporters from every country. Like, it was like seeing I saw Michael Jordan at when I was a kid in the 90s when they filmed Space Jam in Long Beach. It was like that level of like people losing their shit for this dude. It was crazy. There were like Japanese women crying in the audience next to us, just like, just overwhelmed that they were in the same area as him.
Is he the Asian Michael Jackson? Does he go over there and like motherfuckers pass out when they see him?
When you go to Japan, he's everywhere, dog. Like if you walk into the bullet train, it's everywhere. Like, here's the official shoes of Shohei Ohtani. Here's the official hair product of Shohei Ohtani. We have a friend of mine's friend works at Mazda, like pretty high up in their corporate shit. They said when the Angels were playing the last several years, the games would just be on the television the whole time. And it didn't matter if it was a shareholder meeting, whatever. When he came up to bat, no one would even say anything. Everyone would just stop, turn and watch the TV till the end of the at-bat. And then when the at-bat was over, they would just turn back and resume wherever they were in the middle.
I love that they have that understanding. That is incredible.
But
that's amazing. Yeah, wow.
I don't know, man.
I really respect how big Japanese culture is on shutting the fuck up. I really admire that about them, man. Seriously.
Could you imagine, like, because, this is shit you would, if we were in that meeting, you know what I'm saying, we would want to see that, right, him as his at-bat, and we'd have to hide it. But everybody will be thinking about it, right? They're like, we aren't going to pretend. It is time for us to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's Ohtani time.
Right.
They all understand. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, but I'm not. We're not going to be talking about baseball regularly on the show, obviously, or anything. It really like caught me off guard. We were excited to see him, but we go to the Dodgers Fan Fest shit the last couple of years. We have a good time, and it really was like, oh, is everyone just here to see this dude come talk about his dog for 10 minutes on the stage? Like,
were the
wild,
people,
bro.
The people that were interviewing him that were from like outside the United States, were those the people that were more excited? Like, were people locally moving the same way as well?
Yes, it was like all of the fans, but also
so you were an anomaly by just being like just normally excited.
I do feel like that, yeah. And I mean, again, like that. I mean, they had whole merch stands that were just set up to sell Ohtani shit. It was like they just had 8 different Ohtani shirts and jerseys. Like, you know what I mean? It really was like. It's going to be fascinating. I made a joke on Twitter about I'm glad he's playing in the major leagues this year. But, like, it is going to be a completely different thing in sports to have him on the Dodgers and not the Angels. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm, and to have a dude of that level. Like, it feels like like Bolt or Serena. Like, the people who are, like, at the top of of an individual sport, like that level of fame and stardom, but in baseball, like it's going to be, I don't know. I think it's going to be really fucking, I think we're underestimating how crazy it's going to be. You know what I mean? Is I guess what I would put it. I don't have anything else.
How them ticket prices looking?
We were going to get season tickets with some friends and.
Oh, it's like LA Lakers prices now. Like it's crazy.
I don't think anything will ever get to like Lakers. I mean, it's like if even now with all the shit the Lakers have going on, if I'm trying to take my 4-person family to a Lakers game, it's going to cost $1,000 to get in the door. I don't think it'll be like that, but we can't do the season ticket package that we were trying to do. I'll put it like that.
Y'all was gonna flex. You were like, oh.
Well, I can tell this story. It doesn't fucking matter. Okay. Our friend went up there because they make you go in person to get the season tickets. And the sales lady accidentally quoted him. We were going to do a quarter season package. So we were each going to take 10 games, basically. She quoted him the wrong price. She quoted him a price that was a quarter what she should have been quoting. And so we were all like, hey man, the podcast doing well, a couple grand, we'll all go in, like whatever, not a big deal, a couple grand, no big deal. And then I was like, oh, it's $8,000 each? No, that's not for baseball, bro. I mean, respectfully. Not in
love what you got going on over here. I'll see you on television.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're showing it on my TV for free, actually.
Right. I still got cable, man. I'm good.
Let's talk about if there has been a women's basketball player who truly will hit this planet like a fucking comet, it is going to be JuJu Watkins. I am very happy to say I've been a advocate of the JuJu Watkins agenda since she was a freshman in high school, which I'll talk about in a second. But she just put up 51 points for USC, which is, what would you say the NBA equivalent of scoring 51 points in a college game is? 75?
81.
Yeah. I mean, it really is that.
When's the last time
their team had 63 points. Their team had 63 points. She had 51.
What did y'all think of her performance, and how excited are you for what this freshman in college is going to mean to the sport of basketball going forward?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wasn't hip to JuJu before she started her freshman season, right? But I just don't know if we've ever seen a women's college basketball player who we knew so early on was going to be an all-time great. Like 5 games in, I was like, okay, this girl is different, So and then she had 51. What Stanford had 58. Like, bro, just a phenomenal hooper. Like, there's talk about if there was ever anybody who the WNBA would change the early entrance rules for, it would be her. I doubt that happens, but she's special, man.
Whenever I went to see Bronny play, they were like, "Yo, but JuJu." Every time I've ever brought up Bronny, people were like, "Yeah, Bronny so and so, but JuJu." When I talk about going to Sierra Canyon games, you feel me? And so I never saw her play, but then I peeped a few like the highlights from because she 30 something first game, and then I'm like, let me tap in, bro. I saw this 51, and it was like the type of shots she's hitting off the dribble, pulling straight up, sprinting, like jab, pull up. I mean, like this is these are WNBA moves from a freshman. You know what I mean? Like I was amazed. I immediately looked at like the schedule, like, yo, I want to bring. I told Rod, I'm like, yo, 7:00, Somi staying up. You know what I mean? She gonna miss her bedtime that night. You feel me? We got to see this girl play. It was amazing. And the things that I'm seeing, like her release is perfection. Her base is so strong. It's 6'2", moving the way she does, and then like going full speed and going straight up. Like it was art watching that shit, bro. Like it was just beautiful to see. So I'm a fan, bro. I fuck around, get a jersey around this motherfucker. She is crazy, bro.
She is unfucking believable. I'm going to read you her high school senior year stat line real quick. She did have a game against Sherman Oaks Notre Dame where she scored 60 points and 21 rebounds in a high school game, which is 32 minutes in California. Keep in mind, 60 points in 32 minutes. She averaged her senior year 27 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals per game while playing, obviously, like a national schedule. I saw her the first time I saw her, and we do have highlights up on the 562 YouTube channel, which I'm very happy about. She played Long Beach Poly in the playoffs when she was a freshman. And Long Beach Poly, so the coach at Poly's won 6 state championships, incredible defensive mind. You guys would fucking love him. He's a close friends with Act Dog and all that, Shell and all the dudes that you guys know. One of the best defensive basketball coaches at any level that I've been around. I would sit there and watch film with him. Just an awesome mind. Could not do fucking shit with her. And this is a dude who had a freshman put Katie Lou Samuelson in a fucking blender her senior year at Mater Dei. Like, ate her fucking lunch and couldn't do shit with a freshman JuJu Watkins, bro. They could not do shit. She had 32 points or something against a defense that had 4 Division I senior signees. You know what I mean? And I mean, it literally was like, to the extent of you're looking at a Hall of Fame coach with like 600 wins, all these state championships. I'm looking at him at halftime and he's looking at me like, you have any fucking suggestions? Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this 14-year-old, bro?
When I was watching her, it's like the things that I say, like that people should emulate, the players should emulate how they're like, she's really good at getting to her spots, but also she takes really difficult shots and it looks so easy. It's like she plays like the defense doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a second thought. It's like they're not even on her mind. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on in front of me. It's me in this fucking rim. Good luck, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can try as much hard as you can. You feel me? Like, yeah. I am really the one.
Buy stock.
You know what I mean? Insane.
Hey, buy stock. If you're in Southern California, man, those USC tickets are affordable. You know what I mean? Like, go see her now because you're not going to be able to see her for $18 for very long.
And she got like celebs front row watching her. You feel me? Like,
John, USC played at Long Beach State this year. Obviously, everyone who works at the 562. This is a women's basketball player in college that everyone is like, we better pull up and see JuJu. She was hurt, and she walked out on street clothes when the rest of the team walked out in their uniforms, like for warm up and everything. and it was all these AAU girls youth teams and shit. You could like audibly hear the like
Bro. I'm like, bro, she got that glow, bro. And I remember like y'all remember Cynthia Cooper?
Yeah.
Crazy. She was cold as fuck. One of my favorite basketball players of all time. That was the one, like, people wanted the swoops. I wanted the fucking coops. Some motherfuckers was crazy, bro. She gonna be the one selling these, like, she gonna be the one that, like, everybody want these shoes. You feel me? And Serena Nesco, her shoes are fire. Like, dudes want to cop them now. You know what I'm saying?
Her shoes are fire.
They're fire as fuck. They fire as fuck. But they need to get JuJu on her Jordan shit. Because I feel like she the one, bro. She different, dog. You know what I mean? Man or woman, you got to respect it. Point blank. Ain't nobody talking about raising the motherfucking rims with her, bro. Goofy ass nigga. Fuck that. You know what I mean? That's some bullshit. But I mean, lowering the rims, whatever. But yeah.
I feel like what John said about her being 6'2" also should not go, like, is under discussed. She like plays like a Devin Booker style guard. And for a women's basketball player is like kind of on like the bigger size. She's 2 inches shorter than Asia Wilson, who's like defensive
Asia's
player of the year,
like a king
center.
type.
Right.
And she's like Sabrina Ionescu is 5'11". Caitlin Clark is 6 foot. JuJu is the same distance from Asia Wilson as she is from Caitlin Clark. JuJu is gonna fucking wreck the league.
No, she's an alien.
She came with that like no pass 3 and did that Booker like float towards him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you see the LA Times story?
Cash money?
You see the LA Times story about like what led to that 51-point performance? Like they'd had a loss and she didn't feel like she did enough, and she like basically locked herself in the gym to the extent that the security guard was calling her head coach like, "Do you want me to send her home? It's like midnight." Like
this ain't healthy.
Yeah, like seriously, like a wellness check. Like I'm like concerned. Like, I'll stay, but do you want her to go home and go to sleep? And the coach is like, let her work it out.
And she's different, bro. You can't lock, you know what I'm saying? She got
can't
that
lock him out of the
her,
gym.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't lock her. But then she was talking about where she was from. I was reading the interview where she's talking about Watts. You know what I mean? And now she was like, I was raised there. You know what I mean? How people talk about it, I see the beauty in it. And I'm like, that type of, you know, that type of thinking with somebody who's as good as a sport as she is and is popular, I think she's gonna be special in many ways, dog. She different, bro. She different. Like, I mean, that responds to me, like, there's a certain respect from where you come from.
Yeah.
But also that shows me you're kind of like, your understanding of how people talk about it. And, you know, it's just a different level of maturity to respond in the way she responds to these type of questions.
Yeah.
And so I just think she got a lot to offer the game, but the world in general. She's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited for her, and I'm excited that Somi gets to grow up in the world and see JuJu Watkins. You know what I'm saying? As a, you know, as a representation of, you know, of greatness in women. You know what I mean? So, bro, she's special.
All right, let's close on Dookie Butt of the Week. We will, quick housekeeping note, we will be back on Thursday, but it will be a Super Bowl preview special with the Gridiron Gals, just talking Super Bowl, breaking it down, making our predictions, all that. And then we haven't locked it in yet, but we're hoping to have a special guest for Saturday, talking trade deadline. So we will stay tuned for that for sure. Dookie Butt of the Week. Tyler, who is your Dookie Butt of the Week?
Yeah, well, we kind of discussed it already, but I was going to go with the Grammys for, you know, pulling the bullshit. When they're exalting Jay-Z as like one of the all-time greatest rappers, but didn't even fucking televise the rap categories, like, you know, but we already hashed that out, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jackson, who's your Dookie Butt of the Week?
My Dookie Butt of the Week, you guys are going to give me the biggest eye roll in the whole world. This fucking rainstorm in Los Angeles right now.
It's beautiful.
It's horrible. Perfect. It's nasty. It's nasty.
Okay. Just for context, because I don't know when on Monday or Tuesday people are going to be listening to this. I agree with John on Sunday night. I understand that it may be a life-threatening rainstorm on Monday, but on Sunday night it's beautiful.
Life-threatening? How?
They're talking about flooding.
They're going to probably end up evacuating Santa Barbara and Ventura counties just because like the landslides and the flooding are going to be so severe.
Yeah.
But where we are.
I'm just complaining as a soft guy who can't stand this fucking rain.
Bro, you are from Seattle, Jack.
I'm aware. I'm from Seattle. I was
I'm
born
aware.
in Hawaii where there's.
I'm aware.
Why do you think I'm here?
You know when it snows, there's always like a husky owner who goes viral by showing how much their husky loves the snow.
Yes.
Like you should be the human version of that husky when it rains in fucking California. Like you should be out there dancing in the rain like a fucking Omarion video or
That's
some shit.
fucking
bro.
hilarious.
Like a Mario ticket in the fucking rain.
Hell yeah.
I try to limit my days spent in the rain to like under 10 a year. So I'm not about this. And also in the Seattle thing, like I moved away very intentionally, and now that have been in the weather here in LA for this long, I can't leave. But also the rain is different there. It's constant, but it's light. It's very chill. When it rains here, like this rainstorm right now, it's like a lot of rain. It's like there's been 7 inches like in a night. It's like a lot, and that's just it's too much for me. It's too much for me.
It
You
is
can call me whatever you want.
No, it
It's
is
too
an
much for me.
underrated thing about Southern California, though, having seen like heavy rainstorms in the Midwest and stuff, is that like people don't understand the effect of being on the coast, I think. You know what I mean? And then also LA, like all of the parts of Southern California that people inhabit are between mountains and the ocean.
Right.
Which means that as it rains, like they're talking about it might rain 4 feet in the fucking mountains over the next 48 hours. That's all coming down the mountain and washing through where everyone lives to the ocean. You know what I mean? God, this cat is losing his fucking mind, bro.
For me, it always reminds me of the South, bro. Like it reminds me of like being back in the country. Like you feel me? So like when I hear thunder, like the first time I heard thunder out here, I told y'all I ran outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I heard thunder Thursday, and I was just like, yes. You know what I mean? It reminds me, this is country ass nigga being and doing some country shit. So I love the rain. But have you ever?
Me too.
I was watching a video.
I also love the rain, John.
I was watching a video of a mudslide, and the amount of earth that is shifted in a mudslide is so frightening. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was just like, mud covering a street.
Oh no, bro.
No, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was just
it's like a mountain. It's like a mountain falling on you. Yeah.
It's like a mountain, a chunk of a mountain shifting up under your, you know what I mean? Like shocking. I was watching, I was like, I didn't know it was like something invisible bit out the side of a fucking mountain. It's crazy. So
yeah.
Hope everybody remains safe, but I'm enjoying the rain for now, like you said.
My Dookie butt of the week is me. I can't decide, and I'll just take votes here. Is the Apple Vision Pro a neat toy, or is it the end of humanity? Like it does feel like
I haven't seen the visuals yet. People who talk about it, they're amazing. I haven't seen the visuals yet. I've just seen people like actually wearing the goggles.
Like you say you haven't seen what it looks like inside the goggles, or what people look like wearing the goggles.
I've seen people do the dumbest shit in the goggles so far. I'm talking about like inside the goggles. Like how are the visuals inside the goggles? Have they showed that? Is it possible to show that?
Someone did a video that was a demonstration of what the League Pass application will be when it's finished. And they were like sitting on their floor, and it projected a wall where you could have the game in front of you on like a quote unquote big screen TV. You could then bring up a score thing on the bottom, scroll through, click other games you wanted to watch, and then use your hands to like put it to the side of the main one. So you could do like the big screen and then pick what games you wanted in real time. So like, I see what's appealing about it. Like I know, they got you can only imagine the shit they're going to target at children with it, obviously. But like the Disney Plus stuff they're talking about is like, I wouldn't put it on.
Somebody's going to have to be able to drive a car before she can buy.
Right. But her kids might not, you know what I'm saying? That's right. Like true. We would never have been handed smartphones when they first came out either, but how many babies you see at the park with iPads and smartphones now. So right. You could watch a Disney movie.
Not my baby though. I'll tell you that, brother.
Right. But like, you could watch Monsters Inc. while sitting in Monsters Inc. and shit. It's like stuff like that like, I don't know. So I don't know. But it does, there are things where I could see it being the end of humanity.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think like that's dope. And I think it's ridiculous for people to be actually sitting courtside wearing the Apple Vision. I wonder if Apple paid somebody to do that for promotion, because that was ridiculous. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I didn't see
photo.
That.
But also like, I think it's I think it's dope to have those options. But I also think it's like maybe a step and a half from being Total Recall, and we're fucking with them on. instead of actually fucking. Do you remember that shit?
I don't know that it's a step and a half away, bro.
No, that wasn't Total Recall. What was that?
That was Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so John's 50-50. Tyler, End of Humanity.
Ain't that motherfucker like 3 racks? Like, that's where I get off the fucking bus. Like, hell no. Like it's that's fucking simple for me, bro.
It's 3 racks now. But Apple is like, they put so much money into the development of it that I feel like their plan is for it to be just like everyone owns a smartphone, everyone owns a laptop or a tablet, everyone will own a visual that, like, I feel like that's what they want to happen. And they have usually succeeded in creating the markets that they want to create, for better or worse. And I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like everyone flies a little too close to the sun. Like, this could be their power glove. Who knows? You remember that bullshit?
Yeah.
Nintendo, we really thought we could maneuver through an 8-bit fucking video game system with a glove, bro. Hell no. That shit was just a controller on your fucking forearm. That's it.
I wanted that shit bad,
had the money,
bro.
I probably would have bought it.
So
right. Wasn't no way my mama was buying it. But if I had the money, and I wasn't even a gaming ass nigga back then, like, my Nintendo would just sit there for most of the time. You feel me? And I still wanted that shit. You feel me? My Dookie butt of the week, it was us. I was just saying it was because we didn't pick Fred Warner.
Oh.
Like, I was gonna say that, like, nigga, what the fuck? You see that handsome ass nigga right there in front of us? Y'all, I don't watch football, so I don't know. You feel me? Jackson, you was right. You tried to say you made me look him up, but Tyler, Mike, come on, man. You said
that one get away from us.
I couldn't even question Lamar on Black History Month. You out here calling a white man beautiful over that beautiful nigga over there. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, that nigga is handsome, bro. Fuck you mean? That nigga, that's a handsome ass nigga, bro.
He's a hell of a linebacker.
Who's more
too,
handsome?
Bro.
Who's more handsome? Him and old boy from the or Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Jalen, bro. Nah.
Really?
I think Fred Warner.
I think it's close. I think the dreads.
We're learning something about Jackson. Jackson prefers the scruff. Jackson prefers the scruff.
I think that's what it is.
I think it's generational. I think like, I mean, you're still like
Jalen Hurts looks too much like a cop for me.
Ooh,
I do think the Russell Wilson trajectory is going to happen with Jalen. Like, I think he's going to lose that locker room, bro. Like, I think that shit's going to shake down like that for him.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought you were. Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about Fred Warner because of.
I think he
has a white wife. Or whoever he's dating. So I was like.
No,
anyway,
I mean,
sorry.
Like Russell Wilson, low key should be my favorite athlete on the planet. He's from Richmond and he married Sierra, and he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
And I just cannot fuck with the nigga, though, dog. It's so wild. It's so fucking wild.
I think it is a legitimate dynamic in NFL locker rooms that, like, all quarterbacks there are no normal NFL quarterbacks. You have to be such a fucking psychopath to get one of those jobs, right? And you need some moderating thing about yourself to still connect with the locker room, especially because, unlike these other sports, the NFL is hard capped. This motherfucker's getting 40% of everyone else in the room's pot of money, and everybody knows it, right? So if it's Pat Mahomes, okay, cool, this dude's obviously getting everybody paid. But if it's Jalen Hurts and the season goes down in flames, does everyone feel that way, right? And so Russ didn't have a moderating thing. He didn't have a thing about him that other people could latch onto. That's why you hear Marshawn Lynch won't even say his name when he's asked about Russell Wilson. He calls him by his jersey number or whatever, right? And all these dudes like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with it, but the fact that he's a crazy fucking weirdo is a plus in an NFL locker. That makes him more relatable to some people in an NFL locker room, right? Yeah. Jalen Hurts is like you said, bro, you might be too handsome. You might be too handsome to come out here with the canned quarterback answers, taking everyone else's money, and still be popular in a locker room if you're not also successful consistently.
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, like, he's just a fucking cliche generator, right? Like, and that's cool. If you want to give the press, the cliche bullshit, that's fine. But you can't be that way with your guys in the locker room. You got to be genuine in that fucking locker room.
Is he? Do you think he's doing that in the locker room?
I don't know. There were reports that players were saying that he was distant. He really wasn't. There wasn't a lot of camaraderie there. Yeah.
But
hey, and like that. He's seen here. Go ahead.
And that's why, not to accidentally bring it back to Brock Purdy, but there is something about like NFL level athletes respect.
All right, that's a show, man.
No. Listen. No,
I already had to see Billy Joel, motherfucker. I'm cool, nigga. Bye.
His moderating thing is that he's a massive fucking dork, but he does not try to be anything other than that. And being genuine in an NFL locker room, you have to be genuine to what you are. So that's, again, Aaron Rodgers, the fact that he's just in everyone's face as a crazy drug addict.
He's like himself. Like, you have never, I haven't heard any teammates, pile on Aaron Rodgers. He might be crazy as fuck, but he's himself.
Hey, one of the realest dudes I've ever met, a good friend of mine, says that he will stand back to back with that man against anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, people love that. People who play with that dude, a lot of people really love that guy for whatever fucking reason. But I do think that genuineness is part of that.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's why, like, Russ lost everybody. That's why we saw teammates barking on Russ. Marshawn Lynch said he had to go through a guy to get Russ's number. Right. And whenever he wanted to, and whenever he wanted to talk to Russ, he had to go to that guy and say, "Hey, can I talk to Russ again?" Like, hell no.
Versus the story Marshawn told about Aaron Rodgers, and I want to be clear that I do not like Aaron Rodgers on any level, but he told the story about when they were at Cal that Marshawn fucked the play up. And Aaron Rodgers went and said, "I was the one who fucked it up," so that he took the punt. You know what I mean? Like, that's if you're going to be taking someone's money, you have to be that type of a personality. And every quarterback in the league is taking someone's money.
That's a hell of a leader move. As much as, like, we can say, fuck Aaron, but taking that L, knowing that, like, it's going to be a different reaction for you and for him. Right. You know what I mean? That's that, bro. And also, I'm gonna stand back to back with your ass too if you want that shit with me personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So all right, that's all the time we got. Just had to get one last Brock Purdy. a little further Purdy glazing
about Purdy. Like Purdy. I'm tired of the word Purdy.
We'll be back on Thursday. Right. We'll see y'all then. Bye.
Bye.